Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm back. Now, I know it's late. I don't want to hear all that. What I want to hear from is you, the people. Let's hear what the people has to say. Because you all are important. So, geez, they ain't got nothing going on tonight. I'm talking to people in Okinawa somewhere. Where is everybody? Oh man, the government then put the operation shutdown on full effect. Yeah, they went after me hard. All right, government. Government. That's how y'all want to play it? We gonna rock and roll. Now, when you look at the overall picture, why does this keep happening? Right? The NBA draft comes around, and this was probably the least watched NBA draft in the history of NBA drafts. The attention on the draft. It came and went, and nobody's even talking about the draft anymore. And I thought it was pretty interesting because I saw a lot of like mid-level players that could make a great impact. Well, it says a lot about the farming system of the league. Yeah, there's a lot of problems going on. Now, for instance, you're looking at a situation that is far complex, but it is what it is, or isn't. They look at who had the better teams, who had the better trades, and what was your thoughts and all of this. I'm sad that they sabotaged this video for y'all. So we'll try to keep it too short, and we'll have another one where we can open up the panel, let everybody come in, because it's just not fair the way they're doing you guys. But of course, everybody know Cooper Flag. as Kwame Brown keeps calling him Copper Flag. That's funny. But Cooper Flag is the only guy to work out for Dallas. Nobody was even going out there. They're like, why are we working out for you? We know who y'all drafted. So Cooper Flag went out there and he was the number one pick. And how does he fit in with Lively? You got so many bigs, somebody's going to get moved. I think the best pickup or the best player in the draft right now that will probably produce and be quiet is Ace Bailey. I think Ace Bailey's got the goods. I was really interested to see where he would go, and Utah is a good position for him. I think maturity is the reason. I think once his game matures a little bit, I think he'll be a solid player. I think he can, he's somebody that's going to get better as the years go on. A player that people are too high on, I won't say they're too high on. I think it'll take him some time, but he got the confidence. Is Dylan Harper? A lot of people are happy he went to the Spurs. The Spurs knew they were getting Dylan Harper with the first pick. They're very excited about that. They got some works to do. They got nothing but revenue to play with. So now you got De'Aaron Fox, Wembanyama, and now you got Dylan Harper. So now you have your big three. You got a veteran point shooting guard. So they just got to find a way to mesh. But I think that's the best take for them. It's the best step, actually. No doubt. That's because we, as people, keep making what we call the variance mistake. We look at what a player is today and we cannot measure that growth and say what they would be tomorrow. We assume that, oh, they're great. They're supposed to come right in and just know what to do and just automatically going to produce. That's not necessarily true. It depends on the team. Depends on the system, actually. For me, things go a little different. It's always what the Lakers are going to do, what the Celtics are going to do, what Golden State is going to do. And the NBA needs to wake up and say, hey, we got to get out of that. Because if we keep doing that, we're just destroying what's left in the fabric of our team or our league. You can't continuously do that style of, just name recognition and stuff ain't even relatable to the Lakers. And we got to mention the Lakers. It's like, why do we need to mention the Lakers? If they have nothing to do with it, leave them out of it. Nobody's asking for them. Nobody's pushing for it. So it just makes it more desperate. And you don't want a reek of desperation, do you? So it just looks sick and pathetic. Oh, no, I thought I'd talk about LeBron all the time. Here I haven't. I probably mentioned LeBron that one time when he had that ring culture talk and all that crap. Other than that, nobody's been mentioning that guy. So he's like non-existent to all of us. Oh. So Adam Morrison, everybody thought would be the next Larry Bird. He went to Gonzaga. Adam Morrison could have became a better player. He just shut down because he wasn't a real people person. He didn't take showers. He stunk. So his game was stinking. Plus, he was thinking, and that's one thing. You got to be a good locker room guy. Like if you like don't take care of your body, you stink and don't want to take showers, that stuff's gonna come out. You ain't gonna be in the league long either. People have to find their roles. So what you started to see is people start to adjust to finding out their roles and what they're gonna be on certain teams. But Spurs got Carter Bryant too. Carter Bryant's a decent pick. He's a 3-and-D player, I believe. I think he can help out in creating some space with those guys. Spurs will be all right. This is a Spurs type of pick. Low number players. They got 2 in the top picks. That's it. They're not going to be paying everybody. 1 person, 2 people get the money. Everybody else, role players. Where's a lot of people with unorthodox games, My buddy he's a believer in that guy, Murray Bowles. He was like, dude, I'm telling you, this dude is gonna work for him. I don't know if his game translates to the pros like everybody thinks. I'm not really seeing it, but you never know. I mean, he's a good pickup for the Raptors, though. But he's more known for dating a white girl, that play in the WNBA, and they kind of like loving basketball. I'm like, whatever. But she got more attention than he did on his draft night because of her dress. So it is what it is, man. If Ace coming in the NBA saying he's not going to play for Utah, then they have big problems. And he got big problems. I don't think the Pistons need a huge trade. They don't. We need to get some people that's coming in here with the same attitude. Giannis would be great, but it would slow down a lot of what we do as the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons is built on drafts. Get your draft picks out there and then build around them with the right type of role players. Malik Beasley was the player that had to prove something. Those are the kind of guys you want. You have to get the bad locker room guys out of there. There was a lot of guys who was used to losing, and they just like, oh, well, I ain't finna kill myself out here. They don't care about winning and losing, and you got to get that attitude out of the locker room if you're going to win. You got a bunch of losers in the locker room. How you going to expect to win something? They just there to get a check. They're not thinking about winning. Those were the winners to me. Teams that well, we only had one pick in the second round. That was Chaz Lanier. So, it's just like Chaz Lanier and Dalton Connect when they was in Tennessee. He had a jump from like 4 points and had a monster year last year, scoring 18 points in the SEC last season. And, he could be another Dalton Connect. So they said, hey, we ain't going to miss out on getting, Dalton Connect. Well, Chaz Lanier can shoot the three. So the Pistons need a 3-and-D guy. They're probably going to lose Beasley or re-sign him, but here it is as a rookie that can actually shoot. Pistons went and got defense with no shooting. So now they got somebody who can come in and make some shots. Well, they can't, like Tim Hardaway Jr. might be gone. So Tim's gone. Beasley's gone. That's how you got to look at it. They haven't re-signed yet. They might re-sign them, but they're gone. So you got to look, okay, we might make a trade, do a sign and trade. We don't want to spend all our money and stuff. We ain't got the cap space to be paying all these guys all that kind of money. And we keep winning. And who knows where they'll be. Oh, the Nuggets didn't have any picks. Everybody else, if they had a pick, it went to somebody else. So, welcome to Nuggets basketball. Golden State, they took Tubi and Will Richard. I don't really know anything about these people that they drafted. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm not going to be up here lying to you. This guy's a great player. He was in Australia. He did really good. I don't know nothing about these dudes, man. I'm telling you, I've never heard of these people. But if the Warriors drafted him, something might be there. Or the Rockets don't care. They got Kevin Durant. That was the move they wanted to make. So they finna upgrade Thompson and give him more responsibility defensively, and they can say, all right, we can lose Dylan Brooks. Now, Cam Jones and the Pacers got him and Taylor and Peter. I'm just like, okay, well, it's going to be a lot of opportunity now that Halliburton isn't there no more. Cam Jones, this is a guard league now. So, Cam Jones could come in and produce right away because they got somebody, they got minutes now. Halliburton's out. So, they ain't got nothing but time. Oh, that's what they're going to do. I have no idea what the Clippers is doing to them. Why were they even in the draft? I think they just said F the draft. Ain't nothing here. Give us Kobe Sanders. Oh, no. They got a guy, the big, tall guy. I just don't know nothing about him. But he's supposed to be a shot blocker. Yeah, he's a second-round guy, shot blocker. Supposed to be tough. But I don't know. I think he might be trade bait. Now, the Lakers, y'all want to talk about. The Lakers decided for using cash to move up from the 55th pick to the 36th pick after making a pair of trades. They got a steal for him, and his block rate suggests that he's a potential difference maker. Adol Thero is going to be the future. Well, he shot under 30% from three in college, playing with the Cougars, but I don't see trading up to the 36th pick to get him. I don't see him as that good of a difference maker. We have to do all this to go get him. Because if you're going to do all that, then this is who you're going to develop. But hey, I'm glad to see the Lakers are thinking defensively. You got to in this league, man. You're a drown. Straight drown out here. Well, I just want to be fair to all the teams, because somebody might come here and watch some and be a fan of the team. He said, you never said, what about my team? So the Chicago Bulls took some more white boys. But the Bulls have always drafted pretty well. They just screw it up because they don't know how to make it all work. The players they got be actually good. This Albridge guy and this Noah Songjok. And remember, Bruce Ellis came in and started dunking, and we ain't know nothing about him. So they got some strength, some length, some athleticism. And they took the best player available. So I think they did pretty good. Cleveland took Nang, another Nang. And Tyrese Proctor is a guy, I'm not too high on Tyrese Proctor. A lot of people are. I'm not really big on him. Yeah. Proctor is a guy that has to grow on me. You know, everybody's like, man, he can shoot the three though. And he played good, solid D. I'm like, that's early. It might happen. It might happen. You know, we never know. What's his name? Con Napel. They had all those picks, the Charlotte Hornets. They had 4 picks. It's going to mount them to nothing. Yeah, the damn near the whole Duke team got drafted. So Charlotte's going to get a Duke. So you know that. So to keep people coming in there to look at the games, they got their Duke guy. Abel. Um, Denning, Noah, what's his name? Drake Powell. Danny Wolf. I'm like, who the hell are these people? I don't know who the hell they drafted, to be honest. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know who they drafted. These people are like mysteries to me. Like, like I've just discovered fire or something. I don't know who the hell these people are. Uh, well, they got Asia Noel. Asia Noel, I thought would go higher than 23. Actually, a good, strong prospect. I thought he was gonna go to probably the Bucks or the Jazz. I mean the Pelicans, but not a bad pickup. Boston didn't do nothing. Hugo Gonzalez, really? No way. Yeah, I don't think they were really dependent on the draft this year. Grizzlies, they didn't do anything. I think Cedric Coward was the worst choice at number 11. I'm like, you took Coward? Mm, wouldn't do that. I was shocked he went another 11. I thought Carter would drop. Well, these guys are small, so Bain is gone, so new changes at the helm. Miami Heat. He took what's his name, Jack Cornicius. I don't know anything about him, but he got drafted by the Heat, and they normally find a superstar. Well, the Bucks could have had a prospect, but the in the draft at the 47th pick was going to all this Giannis future talk in Milwaukee. So guy was playing in the Euro leagues. I don't know anything about this Joan Behringer. I don't know nothing about him, but he's supposed to be another Luka Doncic. So we'll have to wait and see. Timberwolves like, we're going to get us a Luka. Jeremiah Fears. It's like, that guy seemed like a bust when I saw him. And he went number 7 in the draft. I said, what? Then they took Mikhail Peavy from Georgetown, a 5th-year senior at Georgetown, and you take him. You don't see him holding up, Skip. The Knicks. They took what's his name, Muhammad Diawara. Diawara. He developed into an impact player over in France or something. That's all I know. They're not dependent on the draft this year. A lot of people are not. I told you, OKC, they took Sorber, and that was it. Did they have a pick? I don't know. Besides that, in the second round. But they took Sorber because they really want him. He was the strong passer, freshman center. He's from New York, Georgetown. Got to keep a hometown guy here from Georgetown. There you go. They got Sorber, and that's who a lot of people wanted the Knicks to get. OKC to get. A lot. Well, they knew the Knicks wouldn't get Sorber. But playing in Oklahoma City, he'll be ready to go. And that's that. Yes, I know. Tell me about it. The Magic. They took Jason Richardson. Jason Richardson's son. Well, we'll see how he resonates to the pros. I think some of these one-and-done guys or guys who've been in the league, for a couple of times, the one-and-done guys are going to struggle a little bit. Some of them, unless you Cooper Flag, where you got a lot of media attention, then yeah. But it was really none for Jace Richardson. Like, no real media press for him. Wow, Kobe Bryant went to Kobe Bryant went to Phoenix. They had that Kaman Moloch. So Duke gonna probably win 3 games next year. They have no team. Sacramento, they ain't really do too much. They just a farm system now. So They got the number 13 pick to Atlanta to complete the Kevin Herter trade. And then the De'Aaron Fox deal. You know, they got back in the first round and got Neat Clifford. Yeah, I don't think it was a good pickup either. Yeah, we're starting to see a trend, so we'll see how it plays out before anybody really says anything about it. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. There's nothing to really, nobody really stood out in this draft. So it was a good draft to miss out on. The Washington Wizards stole the draft with Trey Johnson and Will Riley. They could. I mean, those are not bad pickups. But you got two more teenagers, you know, and it's like, okay, you got some teenagers on your team, and you got to hope you can get some veterans around there to get them up to snuff. But, you know, you just got CJ McCollum, and he's the perfect guy. He's the head of the Players Union. So he'll be there to school these young guys. You got rid of the immaturity with Poole. Now he can take that over the who did the damn trade? I just said their names. I'm just that quick. I forgot. No, I'm getting tired. Oh, the Pelicans. Yeah, so you can take that over to the Pelicans. Now, when the internet tries to force trades, like they're forcing Giannis to go somewhere. Now, we saw Simon Simmons go to the Celtics to rebuild their team, and we saw Drew Holiday get traded away. Well, the Lakers are talking about they might sign Austin Reeves to a 5-year deal next year. Yeah, well, yeah, I was kind of tired. You know, you're a little exhausted. You know, those things start, it seems to happen to you when you're the most tired. You know, when you're in that state. Mm-hmm. So let me find out what's going on here and try to get it fixed. And we'll try to do this again tomorrow. I'm back in the crib, tired. So I'm out. Deuces.